Warhammer with Sheeb here, bringing you a battle report of Skaven versus Warriors of Chaos. This is in preparation and practice for our Edmonton Onslaught tournament coming up at the end of the month, and I am bringing my tried and tested Skaven list, 2,400 points against clubmate Evan and his Warriors of Chaos with Archaon. So let's go through the list. We just have our regular battle line deployment. I have Doomwheel, Warp Lightning Cannon, 51 Slaves with Engineer with the Condenser and a Doom Rocket, 50 Storm Vermin with the Screaming Bell, and we have a BSB in there, the Warlord in there, another Engineer who has the Skaven Brew, and yep, that's it. Then we have another 51 Slaves, Rat Dart, I forgot my giant rat packs at home, Warp Lightning Cannon, and Doomwheel. On his side, he has 18 Warriors of Chaos with the halberds, and we have a bus of, let's see, these are Chaos Warrior Knights. Inside there is Archaon, and we have a BSB, and we also have a level 2 wizard over there. We have a chariot, and we have a hell cannon. So fantastic. And then I have my 2 gutter runners, which I have learned they never come on the board when you want them to. Ambushing is great. However, when you have such a wide flank to choose from, I deploy them like this, 12 inches apart, 6 inches apart, so they don't panic each other off. And then first turn, I get first turn. Woo, yeah. Move my Doom Wheels up, not too far, still in range to probably zap my Rat Dart and my Slaves. And that's what happens. The Rat Dart moves up as well. In my turn, I decide, hey, I rock up Skitter Leap. I'm going to make the best use of it. I decided again to roll 2 spells on Plague and 2 spells on Ruin. For the tournament, I'm really going to not do that. Wither is just an amazing spell. The only thing I really don't like about it is it's 12 inches to cast. That means the enemy's already got to be close up on me. And if you're within 12 inches, you either charged me or have charged me or have about to charge me. And I just don't want to be that close to anybody, really. So I decided to Skitter Leap. I get it. I go over here. I'm 14 inches away from the middle of these 18 warriors. Oh, excuse me. And there's his other chariot. He has 2 chariots rounding out his core. You can see where the Doom Rocket's going to go. Yep. And there the warriors go off the table. Fan-freaking-tastic. I love it. And there we have a look at me putting more wounds on the hell cannon. So this is awesome. I've got 2 squads of 6 gutter runners just doing poison slings at this thing. And poor Evan just can't seem to make a save roll. So he's been counting off down a couple wounds. That's good. I think he kills a dwarf in the meantime as it jumps in front to save its lovely cannon. His chariot marches up like this, or moves up like that rather. Archaon and the Black Knights move up like so, and the other chariot like so, and then the warriors face over here to face my Doom Wheel and my oncoming Rat Pack. Really, this list is get in your face and Archaon will kill you. So that's awesome. He managed to put a wound through on a Spirit Leech on my Warp Lightning Cannon. He also tried to do Soul, Spirit Leech, or Caress of Laneth, one of those death sniping spells on my Doom Wheel, and I actually had to dispel scroll that. There we have a look at the warriors going real close. This is in my turn now. My random movement takes me 1 inch away from being in contact with the warriors, so awesome. And then my Warp Lightning Cannon must have zapped these guys last turn, killing 3 rats. I'm okay with that. We have a look at the left side of the board. Woo, blurry picture. Clear picture. Rat Dart moves up here to sort of intersect that chariot and hopefully shoot him off in this direction if I can't shoot him off with a Warp Lightning Cannon. But however, both these Warp Lightning Cannons are obviously centered on this unit of awesomeness. I do make my Doom Wheel into his chariot, which was a long charge for me, and I'm super happy I made it. But that's going to be good if I can take his chariots out of combat and deal with them. That's going to make this army a lot easier. So there we go, some Warp Lightning. It gets dispelled. I do get a nice direct hit from the Warp Lightning Cannon itself, strength 8, and I just punk a lot of models. His BSB was in there who failed his lookout, sir, and oh, sorry, that happens later. He does die to a Warp Lightning Cannon. And here we have the combat. I charge in. Engineer does nothing. Can't wound this chariot, but do pretty good in combat. In his turn, he manages to take his chariot into my slaves, and hopefully he can pop them and get a nice overrun, just getting him that much closer to my lines. And then his warriors charge into the Doom Wheel. On his turn also, he charges in the Hell Cannon. Screw it. If he's not going to be that beneficial of a cannon, he's going to be a freaking big angry monster who's going to come in and wreck face with my Doom Wheel. So there we have it. And there we have a look at the board. Archaon and his warrior knights are moving up here. And I have not lost a lot of rats, but I've been doing pretty well. And I'm not moving up. I've been ringing the bell and nothing's really been happening. Mostly I've just been getting everything can reroll their failed leadership tests, which is pointless because I have a BSP. But such is life. There it is. As to be expected, the Chaos Chariot overruns that far. And I continue to shoot at the Warp Lightning Cannon since there is no engineer in this unit anymore. I can target this unit. I love the Skaven shenanigans. So Skitter Leap was actually probably the best spell I could have taken, so to get that engineer out so that I can shoot into combat. There we have a look at me trying to do, what was the spell? Plague? Cloud of Corruption did not go off. And here we have a look at the board. Gutter Runner surrounding this Hell Cannon. The Chariot's dead by the Doom Wheel. Hell Cannon and Doom Wheel in combat. All he really has is this Chariot, some warriors over here, and Archaon with these like 3-4 Chaos Knights. And my Warp Lightning Cannons are still alive, and probably going to get charged by this Chariot here. So here we have a look at the board. He charges my Rat Dart, and they're going to get taken off. He also charges my Warp Lightning Cannon. Should have probably moved my slaves into intersect, but I don't know what I was thinking. He would go off the board and I would lose 90 points. Not that big of a deal. And here we have him charging in. This is Chaos turn 3. And we have Archaon and all of his nasties going in. Before he did go in, I managed to take off his BSB, which was actually put in the middle back rank here, which he died to this Warp Lightning Cannon shot. Another Strength 8 hit, D6 wounds. Pretty awesome. So we have the combat here. Warriors beat them, and the Chariot's going to beat that Warp Lightning Cannon. And here we have a look at all the knights I am taking off. In my magic phase, this is now in my turn, rather. This Warp Lightning Cannon stayed. In my magic phase, I managed to ring the bell for a 13, meaning all 50 of these Storm Vermin can attack the unit. And yeah, only 4 go through, but managed to put a big world of hurt on them. So there we have it. We have the Doom Wheel being overrun by Gutter Runners. One of the other Gutter Runners did not make it into combat. However, I thought with my double poison attacks I would actually do better. Turns out this Hell Cannon is actually pretty tough and actually wins combat. So I moved my slave block up here to be like, if this goes south, I want to be able to charge that Hell Cannon and at least tie it up for the remainder of the game. There we have a look at the clubmate. My Warp Lightning Cannon is trying to shoot the other Hell Cannon. As you can see, you cannot see through that giant screaming bell. And there we have the Gutter Runners dying to the Hell Cannon. And all that's left is a Wizard and Archaon. And he solos out challenges on his turn 4. My Warlord with the Fellblade. And I managed to put a wound on him. And it manages to go through past his armor and ward save. D6 wounds, and I rolled a 1. Fan-freaking-tastic. Good news, I did kill the Wizard, so he's got Archaon in front of a giant screaming bell. His Chariot came on and reformed like that, and then his warriors made a long flank charge into the slaves. Excuse me, this isn't a flank charge. I actually switched them to be facing this way, but just for simplicity and saving time, I do not want to rearrange all the slave blocks. So there we go. My Warp Lightning Cannon, not being able to see anything, moves over, and we're still in combat. Doom Wheel and Hell Cannon and Gutter Runners. Manages to win combat by killing off the Gutter Runners. I flee. Hell Cannon pursues. And now I can shoot at it with my Gutter Runners again. Yay! Bad news. Closest thing to me is the Warp Lightning Cannon. So I could zap my own Warp Lightning Cannon. Here we have a look at the combat. Still a buttload of Storm Vermin to chew through Archaon. And a Gracier with a terrible Rat Ochre that can hit you on like 6s. but there's the combat. If I could just weather 2 more turns, I'd be doing all right. So that was Chaos turn 4. I moved my engineer up here like that because, hey, I left him over there. Might as well get him to warp lightning. Maybe I can warp lightning this cannon, or this chariot. It's only got 2 wounds left. However, he does, and dimensionally cascades. So he's dead. In my turn, this is my turn 5. I do manage to kill him with the gutter runners, thank goodness, and the Doomwheel rallies. And then I have these slaves reform to face Archaon. And Archaon is putting a world of hurt on these storm vermin. Look how many are dying. Still a lot. I'm unbreakable. And there's a few more warriors things that are going to come in. But that's a world of hurt that he's putting on my storm vermin, and I just can't touch him. I can't get through his armor or through his ward. I do have the Razor Standard, and I don't think I mentioned that to Evan, but probably wouldn't have helped too much. Maybe got an extra wound through. So he manages to kill the slaves in combat, and I forgot to mention earlier, because the Grace Area is there, the Grace Area is actually not there. He killed him in that round of combat, soloing him out, reducing their leadership down to a base of 2. With 3 ranks and on a 5, and they don't make it, and they explode, and everyone starts taking wounds, and they overrun into my slave block, and then his chariot charges in on his bottom of turn 6. So here we have a look at the turn, top of the turn. Archaon now has some support, and this Bell unit looks like it might go down. So it does go down. He directs all his attacks onto the Bell, and I direct as many attacks on Archaon as possible, as well as the warriors, trying to kill them off for easy combat res, and whatever has to target Archaon does. You see Archaon's got 3 wounds. I just need to squeak another one by, and I am no longer unbreakable. I am steadfast, and I actually am steadfast on... I don't remember. I don't think I was steadfast because of the way I put more guys over here, and I just didn't want to move them. So because I didn't have ranks. I think I was a rank of 4 actually. Anyways, I needed double 1s, and I rolled double 1s, so that was amazing. Now we're on Chaos turn 6. Yep, it wasn't to be for another round. They kill everything. 3 warriors left. I've got a warp lightning cannon, some gutter runners, and a doom wheel, and they all charge. And they don't make it. And that is the end of the game. So, thanks for watching. It actually ends up being a Warriors of Chaos victory because Archaon is so many points. If I couldn't kill him, there was no way I was going to win. And he retained all his points for his warriors and his chariot. So, kudos to Evan. There we have a look at the game and what was remaining. And then I think I take an action shot. Yeah. Archaon stomping on some storm vermin with some sweet warriors with halberds and a sweet corn chariot. So there's my little boy. Hey, little boy. Forgot these pictures were also on here. That's the video. Hope you enjoyed the battle report. Thanks for watching, guys.